Welcome in, everybody. It is Inauguration Day, and no matter what side you're on today, we are red, white, and blue. This is America, and history is being made. In every possible way. And we invite you to be part of our show. It's a little bit shorter show today because I know that so many people have expressed an interest to watching the accounts of today and to knowing what's going on in our country. And we want to make sure that that's available to you. We're going to talk first about a lot of people who are part of a great night that's coming to fruition. I'm so excited. My friend Etta Britt, and she's a friend to many. Etta Britt has been on many blues cruises. You've seen her with Delbert McClinton, and you've seen her with Leroy Parnell, and she's part of the Britt Babes. My friend Sandy Knox, singer-songwriter, introduced me to Etta Britt years ago and called them the Britt Babes, and they sang behind her and did background vocals. She has been a part of so many wonderful background projects, but she's got an incredible voice. She's a real estate agent by day and a blues singer whenever she gets a chance to get on a stage, and she's fantastic. But Etta and her husband, an incredible guitarist, Bob Britt, have been very public about Bob's fight with cancer. And Etta was part of that, and they talked about it, and he got to ring the bell as in remission, cancer-free. And Etta announced this past year that they found a lump, and she started fighting breast cancer. And so Bob, love, and we were going to be, and nothing tests a relationship more than health, right? If you're watching this, I'd love for you to talk and leave in the comments the health situation that you and your loved one, or you and your spouse, have gone through together, and where you are in that battle. We'd like to invite you to be a part of that. Wherever you're watching this, however you're seeing this, put in the comments. We'd like to get those conversations going, because in sickness and in health is vows that's a little tough, right? There's a special night to benefit Etta Britt, and I want to tell you a little bit about it. It's coming up. Coming up, an incredible night of music, January 29th. It's a Friday night, doors at 6, a concert at 7:30 to benefit our friend in music, the blues maven herself, Etta Britt. Etta has the most powerful testimony of how she helped her guitarist husband through cancer, and then she herself found herself fighting the same battle. She and her husband Bob are truly a love story, and we want to support their story with a night of great music at 3rd and Lindsley, and that is January 29th. It's going to be fabulous. Some of the guests include Raul Malo, the McCrary sisters, Danny Flowers, just a host of incredible people. Stay tuned. We'll share the list with you, but you can get your tickets now at thirdandlindsley.com or through TicketWeb. $50 to $500, all to benefit our friend, Etta Britt. It's what we do in the music community and in the Nashville area.
Just what it means to me now. I know you just would not understand. Yeah. People say, Etta, he's no good for you. No, but I'm his loving woman. He's my loving man. We've been through so many days together.
Etta Britt is just so good. She is in the Dixon area, and we have the Dixon Post there if you're a subscriber there. She also is a real estate agent in that area, and her battle is one that is not unlike everybody else, things other than COVID this year. And it's just been a kind of a 1, 2, 3 punch for musicians fighting issues with live performances and COVID and then cancer along top of that. But it's a night of great music. And if you'd like to be a part of that, thirdandlindsley.com. And that's third, the number 3 RD and Lindsley.com. And where are they located? Third and Lindsley in Nashville. We are so grateful to have some wonderful people that are part of what we do here at Main Street today, and we'll hear from one of them right now. If you find yourself in need of health insurance, one Google search and a questionnaire could start your phone ringing and those emails and those texts coming from companies all over, and it can be really confusing. And sometimes you get caught up in buying something only to find that it covers very little of what you actually need. And sometimes it can be too late to do anything about it. You know, after the fact, like when you need your insurance. That's why one click to my friend, my insurance guy, Health Insurance Harvey, can keep that from happening. HarveyDurham.com. Chat with him, set up a virtual appointment anywhere in the country practically. He's licensed in 40 states. He'll look at your needs, your budget, and share every single thing that his insurance is going to cover and what it won't. You don't pay for what you don't need. If he can't save you money or can't give you better coverage, he won't sign you. You are under no obligation. So do yourself a favor. Get a free comparison quote from Health Insurance Harvey. It just might work for you like it did me. I'm not his commercial announcer. I'm his client at HarveyDurham.com. We're starting to get a lot of things in our inboxes about Biden care. I have no earthly idea how that insurance will work. Is it different from Obamacare? I don't know how to handle those kind of questions, but I know the first person I call is the man who's licensed in 40 states. And Harvey really stays on top of all the new legislation. And that's why I'm always asking him, hey, look at my plan. Is I lose my insurance card or need help or whatever. He just is one phone call away, and he gives everybody a cell phone, and he works all the time. And he's always there, even if you call him from your doctor's office. So I really love being able to call somebody and get them on the phone. And that's the way Harvey does business. HarveyDurham.com. We've got a really cool month coming up. It's called the Month O' Love. And the entire month of February, we turn our show here at Main Street Today over to romance and to love. The bridal shows have been, so brides who are planning their weddings really don't exactly know venues that are open. They don't get that big convention where you can meet florists and places like that. So if you are a bridal vendor, jewelry store, if you have some kind of venue where you want to have weddings or honeymoon packages, if you have honeymoon vacation destinations, we'd love to be a place where you can tell your story. Now, we don't really do ads here. We really tell your story. So we are going to be doing the Month of Love. Now, we're going to be telling what we do here at Main Street Today. You can send me an email at mainstreettoday.radio@gmail.com. So easy. mainstreettoday.radio@gmail.com, because we're also a podcast, so it's radio on demand. So we love to tell the story. So if you as a couple would like to reach out to me, that's the way you can do it. Or if you would like to tell your brand story and you'd like to get the word out about your venue, maybe you've got a wedding venue that wants to be first and upfront and foremost into people's minds so that brides will consider you in the next year or the year after as they plan their weddings, just reach out to me and we'll make sure that the right person gets in contact with you. And if you're a songwriter and you've got a special song of romance, we're going to have a songwriting contest. And here's how it's going to work. We will be taking submissions and we will put a video of you. You send us the name of the song and your name and where you're located. And we will close every show in February with a singer-songwriter song. Now, at the end of the month, we will look back at the views for every single show that we do in the month of February. And the show with the most views, that songwriter will win our songwriting contest, our romantic song contest. Isn't that easy? And we're going to put together a prize package that you're just going to love. And a lot of people will get to see your video. So you sing it, you share it. Anyway, give you February is the month many brides are attending bridal shows to find everything from dresses to dining options to venues to flowers. It's the month love is celebrated by couples, from Valentine's Day presents to celebrating anniversaries. Since many bridal shows are unable to go full throttle just yet, and many Valentine's Day evenings are different than in the past, Main Street Media is finding new ways to celebrate love in the month O Love. We'll have affordable ways for everyone to participate, like uploading a personal declaration of love for a special someone, wedding show stories about venues, products, and anything for wedding plans coming up later this year. The love stories of couples, interviews, ideas for celebrating and Valentine gift giving, and even a best love song contest for Middle Tennessee's best songwriters, romantic getaways, performance opportunities, and a great audience. Our daily love story programs will be broadcast via Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and our podcast network, with over 100,000 loyal viewers already in our family. Main Street Media wants to invite you to be a part of our month O Love. Just reply to the sales representative that sent you this link, or contact our new media sales manager, Chris Kulik, at ckulik@mainstreetmediatn.com. There are all sorts of ways to sponsor, be a part of, and get your message of love out during the month O Love at Main Street Media. We want to hear from you, and we want to share your songs. So there are a lot of moms and grandmothers and aunts and uncles and relatives of someone who has a great original love song that you go, oh my gosh, they would love this kind of exposure. Now, here's the thing about what we do at Main Street. Main Street Media does not charge for our recording artist music interviews. We don't charge you anything for that. If you send us a video and give us permission to use your video, we'd love to share it on all of our portals and give you as much exposure, because especially our mid-state musicians and people are creative to shine the light on people in our mid-state area that are doing amazing things. And maybe you need a little leg up promotion-wise. That's what we're here for. And we do not charge for giving that leg up. We let you submit, and we love to give you a prize for it. So we're putting together a prize package right now for the winner of the contest. So start sending your videos right now. And speaking of video, we had a guest right before he released his video, Mark Elliott. Now, he lives over at the Cheatham County, Nashville line, part of our Cheatham County Exchange. News about this wonderful video that he was doing. It's a song that he wrote with Melody Guy, another singer-songwriter, and he put together a video called Talk to Yourself Like a Good Mama Would. And he had not released it yet. We were just ahead of the debut, so we weren't allowed to play it. Now we are. So we talked about it, and here's the video. Mark Elliott.
Done the best you can do with this day. Nobody could have done it better. Close your eyes and put it away. It ain't the best or the worst one ever. I know you think that you're standing still, and the whole world's passing you by. You can't see it right now, but you will. It'll all work out if you try. Talk to yourself like a good mother would. Talk to yourself as a friend. Be kind and forgiving when no one else will. And happiness will find your heart again. You tell me you feel so alone, and nothing's been working so far. Little victories, they come and they go, I know, 'cause I've been right where you are. Talk to yourself like a good mother would. Talk to yourself as a friend. Be kind and forgiving when no one else will. And happiness will find your heart again. Your heart again.
Find out more about Mark Elliott at markelliottcreative.com. Mark Elliott was a guest, and that debuted on Friday night. Digital Journal did the debut. They had the big release, and now we got to play it too. Melinda Doolittle is the female voice that you hear singing with him. It's a really just a cool message too, and I want to encourage you that if you think about that, if you look at yourself in the mirror and you get ready every day, what would our world be like if we talked to ourselves and we boosted ourselves up like a good mom would? And I don't know, it's such a nice sentiment in that song. Well, our Main Street home show that we did, it's a virtual home show. We got to meet some really cool people in our mid-state that are doing some wonderful things. And they're construction companies and builders and repair folks that are right here in the mid-state. And I saw the most interesting transformation of a patio. Now, it was a patio with a built-in grill and had a lot of different little things. But when Jason Siebert from Monster Home Services in Joelton, Tennessee, got a hold of that, it turned it into a whole usable room. See, our patios, we can usually only use certain times of the year. But what if it had a roof and a screen? And it became an outdoor entertainment room with a fireplace and a television for watchers, but not been terrible. There have been some cool days where you could put that fireplace on and go watch the game. I want you to see the room that Monster Services did. And if you would like them to do something like that for you, we'll tell you how at the end of this clip. And we've got Big J here, Jameson Siebert from Monster Home Services.
That's correct.
And tell us a little bit about the company and what you do.
Well, I actually used to work for a lot of larger companies that built these type of products. And then I actually went into the wholesale industry, and I was actually distributing these screen room products to those larger companies around town. And I decided that, you know what, I'm going to do my own thing. And since I kind of knew what the prices were they were paying, I could kind of set it to where we could take something like this, which was an existing patio, and then screen it in and make it more affordable for the homeowner without having to pay the large marketing, big commercials and things like that. So far we've been very, very successful with it. We have several colors to choose from. This particular unit here has privacy screen on it. Now notice how we can see really good from that from the inside out, but 15 feet away you cannot see inside of this room.
Privacy screen.
That's
I've
right.
never even heard of that.
We have several types of screen material. Another thing that we do is we always want these screens here, we always want them to be tight. We don't ever want them to get loose. So we actually use a special spline product that actually goes into a track and causes that screen to stay tight. A lot of people use what's called a round spline, like in, for instance, in a window. This window here has what's called a round spline in it. And what we have found is that round spline, if the wind gets blowing hard, what happens is as it moves against these large screens, that a round spline will actually turn. So we actually use a special spline that's a flat spline. It goes into the track and it really locks it in so that, you know, a lot of times people will put up a screen room and the screen room will breathe in a few years where the screen's loosened up and they have to pull a strip off and tack it back up. Well, this product right here, they're always going to stay tight like this. 5 years, 8 years from now, this screen is always going to stay tight.
Screened in activity rooms, outdoor kitchens, family game rooms that are outside, or great places to have friends over to watch the game. Monster Home Services has got great ideas. They're in Joelton, Tennessee, working all over the mid-state. And you know, if a builder contractor calls them to do their work, they must, 1, be really good, and 2, be very affordable. Check out Monster Home Services for all they do, from covered porches, maintenance-free gutters, and basement encapsulations. And a quick Google, Joelton, Tennessee, you can ask them all sorts of questions. I love when I met Jay, we went to his office there in Joelton, and he has these gutters hanging up. And we talked to him about gutters on our last, one of our previous shows. And he's not a little guy. I mean, he's like 6'5" or something. I mean, he's like the doorway size, you know, he's a big guy. And so he weighed himself and then he hung from the gutters. He was on a swing and he sat there, and that's the most amazing gutter system and maintenance-free gutter I'd ever seen. And he said, look, I did it because I tested it out on my own house. But here's the deal. If you need something done with your home and you are looking around your home now, there are a lot of people who've realized, hey, we're going to spend a lot of time in our home. So people are getting home improvements made. If you would like to get Monster Home Services to come out, they said they're not commissioned salespeople. They're not going to send a salesperson. Jay's going to come out himself. He's going to look at your house and you tell him what your dreams are. You tell him what the problems are, and he'll look around and tell you some things that he might see. Monster Home Services can help you with some of those things, but you have to get in the queue pretty early, because he said, look, if you go now, it's going to be late spring before we get to it, because that's just how many people are giving them a call, because their prices are so awesome and so good, and their quality is spectacular. Today is Inauguration Day, and if you're watching any of the live footage, there are as many angry faces as there are happy ones. There are people who are determined to be either one thing or the other. But we do have a Nashville connection to the inauguration, and he's taking his own criticism from it. But his message has always been one of unity and one of our country as one nation one nation under God, indivisible. And Garth Brooks joins us and gives us his thoughts on being a performer at the inauguration.
This is a great day in our household. This is not a political statement. This is a statement of unity. This is history, and it's an honor to get to serve. This is kind of how I get to serve this country. Our father served as a United States Marine in the Korean War. We had brothers that served in the Air Force and the Army. This is my chance to get to serve. You know, we were lucky enough to do We Shall Be Free at the Obama inauguration, so I don't think we'll see that song again here. But there are plenty of songs of love and unity that you can choose from the greatest writers, around the world, because we're all humans. We live within the border of the United States, but the truth is the message that goes out to all of us around the world. You must rise beyond red and blue. You must rise beyond black and white, gay, straight, male, female. Look at it from above. Look at it as America. And so that's always kind of been my thing. You are all welcome at a Garth Brooks concert. And then the whole mission of a Garth Brooks concert is for the people that come watch this show to leave this show loving each other more than when they came in. That's never going to change for me. Unity, loving one another, man. That's kind of what you spent your time doing. And as a singer, that's what you get to sing about.
I am so blown away that I reached out to the Garth's offices and I said, hey, we're doing a show and I know you're going to be at the inauguration. Garth he's there now, so he couldn't check in, but he did send us his thoughts. And I appreciate Morris Minor for helping us put that straight today. A shout out to those people who are watching right now, to Michelle Henry and to my friend Candy Seaton. I was just watching her lives. She's got a wonderful show about healthy living, and I loved checking in with her right before I did this show. And she's here, and she said she loves my glasses. I will say normally I have on interesting glasses. That's what I do. And these are my Dollar Tree glasses. You know, I say I go to readers.com for good glasses under $10. I go to Dollar Tree for a bag for $1 a piece. See, that's the way I roll. It is a wonderful day with the people around you. And we close our show the same way every day. Be safe, be kind, and remember, you are loved. And don't forget to check out a wonderful song from Tim McGraw and Tyler Hubbard today. It is called Undivided. The video is incredible. We hope to be able to share a little conversation with Tim McGraw here in the coming weeks. Bye, everybody.